Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. My name is Lumin, and right now we're having a look at a whole bunch of mugs, some tea, some coffee, some chicory, and even some sweetener. Because I think it's going to be fun. I know a lot of you guys have asked me about which mugs I use, what kind of tea I drink, and I've answered this stuff here and there in various different videos to varying degrees. But right now, I'm going to show a lot of it to you. Now, some of the tea and stuff that we drink semi-regularly isn't actually present because we've finished it, but a whole lot of the other tea that we drink is here, and some of the tea I've been drinking religiously recently is here, so that's good. And I think we're going to start with the mugs because, well, that's the best place to start. That's where you start when you're making yourself tea, so why the heck not? This right here is my green mug. And I don't actually have tea or coffee or liquids in each and every one of these. The rest of them are empty. Just this one has something in. This one is just plain green. That's it. And I can't even remember where I got this. It used to be one of my parents' mugs and I just took it. That's that. Then I've got a plain white one that I drink out of, which is just as boring, equally boring. Also don't know where I got that. Then I got a yellow one that's got white circles on it. Some of them are like solid circles, some of them are just the outlines, but that's the long and short of it. And this is a shorter mug. You can see that by comparing the two. It is, however, a little bit fatter, so that's that. Then I've got the stripy green one. Well, this isn't just green, it's like a swamp mug. It's got all the different shades of green with some white in between. I don't know what the white would be in the swamp, but whatever. There it is. Then I got the red Nescafe one. I think I drink the least out of this because I was the most afraid to break it. And I can't really tell you why I was the most afraid to break it, but I think I've had this one the longest. So that's probably the reason. And that right there is actually the reason I don't like having special mugs. Is because mugs break. So if I do have a special mug, I'd want like 4 of them, so I'd have that special mug for the rest of my life. That would be cool. And you know what I saw on the BlizzCon store? Now I'm talking about the BlizzCon store, so it's on the Blizzard store, but in the BlizzCon section of it, they've got these mug sets with like a Diablo mug that has the Skeleton King on, a World of Warcraft mug that has Garrosh on, a StarCraft mug with Kerrigan on, and then one more. I can't remember what the last mug was. I just don't know. But the mug set itself just looked really, really nice. I'd love that. I would, but again, I'd be so afraid to drink from them. Helene actually has a still in the box set of mugs she got, maybe even from me, with little owls and stuff on them. So nice, but we've yet to use them. We've yet to use them because we're scared we're going to break them. How is that? That's no way to live. But let's move on to the teas. Firstly, we've got... No, let's do the coffee and the chicory first. So this is just straight up standard coffee. This is probably one of the most common coffees in the country. This is what we're drinking at the moment, mainly because it's kind of cheap. But right the heck now, I'm not really drinking coffee. I'm not partaking. I told you before, we were semi-dieting. We were trying to eat healthy till the end of the month, so till the 1st of December, so we could go for breakfast at that farm stall. We're going to have coffee then. That's when we're having coffee. We off it. It's like a caffeine cleanse. That's what's happening, so this is just going to stand around till then. But I thought I'd just show it, because this Nescafe is one of the more common types of coffee in the country. I don't know if you guys have the same there. I think this is actually a mostly South African thing, but it says here product of Nestle Spain. Then again, it does say manufactured for Nestle South Africa. Anyway, that's there. Then there's chicory. It's Woody Cape chicory, which we found at Dischem a little while ago. I think we found it in the Somerset West Dischem at the Somerset Mall. That doesn't mean much to most of you, but to those that it does mean something to, you're welcome. Dischem. This is sort of like coffee, but slightly more bitter, and it is obviously caffeine free, but I like it. I mean, I'm not against bitter things. I like grapefruit. Okay, so if I like grapefruit, I'm gonna like slightly bitter, kind of semi-coffee-ish stuff. That's chicory. And it's healthy. It's actually kind of healthy. And you make it in the same way that you'd make coffee, but it uses tea bags, so I suppose it's in the same way that you'd make tea. Fine. And the tea bags are so strong that you can use them multiple times, which is kind of cool. And the same can be said for the new tea that we've picked up. Then, before moving on to the main event, which is the tea, the reveal of the big tea boxes standing here, there's a couple of them. We've got some stevia sweetener. We hardly ever use this. This is actually Helene's. I never use this. She uses it for like making cakes. These mug cakes made out of like protein shake and cocoa and stuff. It's funny, you can like throw just protein powder, the stuff that she's got now, and some cocoa in a mug with some other liquid, and it'll make a cake. So if you want to sweeten that, use stevia. But that is pretty much the only sweetener type thing we use in the house. We've got some sugar there for if people come and visit. I use the sugar every now and then. Nothing really against that. I should have brought the cinnamon as well, because that's also kind of a staple around here. But you guys know what cinnamon is. I trust you do. Then, here is our rooibos tea box. I'm not a huge drinker of rooibos, but this is the standard tea. The most standard of standard in South Africa. Everyone drinks this. And I would say most people like it. You can drink it with or without milk, and it tends to taste rather good. It's nice. It's got a semi-sweet taste, and it's good. The fact that it does work with or without milk, to me, is a big plus, because most of the other tea here, you don't drink milk with, and sometimes it's nice to have milk with your tea. Then, here's some organic green tea. This is not the best green tea I've ever had. It's from Woolworths, so one expects it to be quality stuff. It probably is, but it's got a very strong taste, and it's got what I would call a smoky taste to it, which is okay sometimes. And I do think that if you put something sweet with this, it's much, much better. And you would make this without milk. Definitely without milk. I don't think green tea and milk works. Unless someone out there can vouch for green tea and milk. I personally wouldn't. Then, moving on. This right here is the box of the licorice tea that I'm drinking at the moment. There's another licorice tea over there, which I'm also drinking, but this is the main one. This is the one that I've been going on about for so long. It's from Woolworths as well, but it's actually not a Woolworths brand product type thing. So if you look here, the Woolworths stuff all have that W on it, which is the Marks & Spencer of overseas. So you guys in the UK or Ireland, Marks & Spencer. But this one is Higher Living tea. Higher Living licorice. Herbal infusion. Okay? I should probably mention that I do know the difference between tea and herbal infusion, but it's all actually tea. In here, though, I have two different types of tea, because I don't know what happened to the box of the other one, but we've got the licorice here, which is that one, and we've got the ginger kick, which is a ginger tea. That's what it is. I hope you can see there. I'm not going to put the focus on of the camera, because you can kind of make out what it says. Now, this licorice tea is kind of intense. It's got a very full flavor because it's got a whole bunch of other stuff in it, like fennel. I think that the fennel alone, let me just make sure there's fennel. Yes, fennel alone adds so much taste to it. I just bumped something and the next song started. But the fennel alone makes this really, really strong. Very fragrant. Very intense. Good though. Really good taste. Also kind of sweet. Then there's the ginger kick, which has a also intense taste, but more not sour, but strong. So it's sort of like a like a kick. That's actually the best way of describing it. It's got a bit of a bite to it, which I like. And if you've tasted ginger before, you'd know exactly what kind of bite that would be. But that's the ginger one. Not quite as intense as the licorice one. And then the last tea that I've got here is Twining's Comfort in Licorice. This is the one that was sent to us by Alexa. It's good. This one's really good. It's pretty much the same as this one, but it's minus the fennel and the other stuff that's in it, because this one has like fennel, cinnamon, orange peel, lemon peel, ginger, and cloves in this licorice tea, and this one just has licorice root. That's it. And you can immediately taste the difference, because this one is a much lighter taste, also still very sweet, but much lighter and refreshing. So that's it. Those are the teas that I'm currently drinking. The coffee that I'm not drinking at the moment. Sometimes we get nicer coffee if it's on special or something. But right now, while we're not even drinking the coffee, why get it? Why bother? And that is sadly going to be it for this video. If any of you have any tea that you'd like to recommend, or any tea types, or any herbal infusions that you'd like to recommend, please leave a comment below letting me know. Or any alternatives to coffee, like the chicory that we've got here. I'm sure there are many different types. Or a special way to drink the tea. Not that there are very many different ways of drinking teas, but whatever. I hope that one day I can show off some special mugs. Maybe ones with the Tales of Lumin logos on them. That would be amazing. I love that. One day. One day. Check back soon for more. Probably tomorrow. Give this video a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy drinking tea. Happy that.